Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So we did the healing the immune system, and let's have any sort of experiences or questions. And then with some time left, we'll go through and we'll do a little bit of a practice. So go ahead and fire away.
And I think you can unmute yourself if you have a question or just raise your hand. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, if you have a question or share from the weekend, please feel free to do that. And then if you want to type in a share, you can do the plus sign where it says new chat and send it over to Plant Prana Oils or to Apothecary Geek. But go ahead, Ralph, start us out.
Hey,
Hey, Greg, if we want to do a quick hit tune-up, which part do you suggest for that?
1, 2, and 3. Like
Okay.
so hypervigilant immune response, the allergen component, which is
Mm-hmm.
the exaggerated response, and then the lymph nodes, which is the activation component. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How did you do with the weekend? I'm just curious.
Um, well, I was dealing with some family stuff, so I was in and out.
Okay.
The parts that I made, I was real happy with.
Okay.
Hit some good levels of release,
Hmm.
some very good levels of relaxation.
Good. And was the first part like that segment 1 and segment 2, were those some of the things you were able to do or not able?
I got segment one, and then things went away in segment two.
Okay.
So segment two, I got recorded. Segment three, I got recorded, and I was back
Okay.
for the end of segment four.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
do those. Like heads up with segment 2 is um it's going to be different like every time, because you are
Mm.
dealing with like an exaggerated response.
Right.
And so, um I was sharing like some of my personal experiences with it. Like sometimes it feels like I'm riding in bucking bronco or something where I'm like, Ugh, you know. I usually
Okay.
don't struggle through a particular protocol, but I always struggle through that one.
Okay.
And I don't know that Samantha does, but boy, I sure do. Do you struggle through the
Not
allergen?
like you do. Like I
Yeah.
yawned a lot,
Yeah,
and
you
I yawn
on,
in
but
general, but a lot of them though. So
yeah. So, you know.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna see
But the
what.
idea being that if you calm down the hypervigilance in the segment 1 and the hyperactivity, and then you calm down the exaggerated response in segment 2,
Mhm.
that it would just that usually improves your immune system quite substantially. And it also decreases stress. I would say, because there's different stresses in the body. We usually think of it as emotional or mental stress, but most of the stress in the body is mechanical. And, it's just the body having a difficulty of some sort. And I would say, going back to some of the things you talked about, how there was like changes in your industry and stuff,
Mhm.
that segment 1 and 2 might even hit on some of the physiology that had a reaction to that back in the day.
Okay.
So you might find it like it might be your jam for a little.
Okay. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and yeah, and I don't have the blends at this point. I'll probably order those. But I am looking at going, I have a whole bunch of those different oils there, but I bet
Yeah.
I get
So
kind
if
of a different reaction on each oil.
you're using in segment 1, try to use cistus or fir balsam. And
Okay.
in segment 2, I mean, any of them work. If you don't have the blend, you probably don't have C. odorum. It's a kind of cumin. Black
Mm.
cumin doesn't quite work here. It's this other kind of cumin. But if not, the dark blue tansy, the Greenland moss, the helichrysum, all of those are pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Good deal.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
And someone's asking if the kit is still available. I'm gonna post to everyone. Yeah, so it'll always be available technically. We
yeah.
just, I extended it directly on the actual site, on the product. Even though if you go, it'll say, oh, this class is already passed. If you scroll down, the ticket to get that optional kit is still available,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Denise.
Hey,
Okay,
hey.
well, I got kind of sick between the procedure they did on my leg and then them doing a crown prep. The medications didn't seem to be friends, whatever they were using.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So then
interaction.
I got,
Yeah.
yeah, so now I can tell I've got either a cold or something really coming on. So something active for the immune, please. You think echinacea, golden seal, and give me a
Yeah, I mean
protocol?
that's always a solid choice. Um Initial golden seal. What kind of times do you have?
I have time linalool and the time thulianol. I just got that
Use
one.
the time through, take like 2 or 3 drops, like 3 or 4 times a day.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Time through, is like a more gentle form of time. I mean, it's not gentle like it's so soft it's not going to boost the immune system. It's more like when I say soft, it doesn't have the heat that some, like I have this one particular time. I don't even think it's on the site. Time paracyamine, and oh, it's a little spicy. Like, and I take it, and not only is it spicy like in my body, but like my body heats up and I get a little like animated when I take it. Like I'm like, like it's a little spicy to the emotions. And so
Interesting.
when I say that time is soft, it doesn't do that. Yeah.
But you want me to do 3 to 4 drops twice a day, maybe on the
Yeah,
time
I'd say
thulianol?
3 drops like 3 or 4 times a day for the next like 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
Oh, okay, 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Um, I have the golden seal. We remember at the
Yeah,
class
golden
we
seal's
were at.
always a great one to use. Golden seal's
Good,
always
and I
a great
have
one
that
to use.
definitely in a tincture that I got from you
Yeah,
guys. So,
yeah.
all right. And thank you so much. I just really appreciate it because I got a headache and I just can't think straight. You don't have to make some
Yeah,
decisions on my
I
vehicle.
hear you.
So
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
I
Hope you
appreciate it.
feel better. Yeah.
Oh, me too. Thank you. I can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around, like.
Yeah. I mean, you know how cold flu season usually hits like November. It hit like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Like so, and back in August. I mean, we were already seeing a bunch of, people were reaching out to us because they were already getting sick in early to mid-August. And so, and then people who are traveling, if you're going to do any sort of travel, definitely boost up things for, immunity, Monarda, Melissa, immune support, any of the things that to do for stuff like that. Bay laurel, tea tree, eucalyptus radiata, Naoli.
The one I packed for us, travel guard.
And the
Travel guard.
and the
Yeah, travel guard is always a good one because travel guard it's good for a lot of different kind of respiratory issues, and it helps with inflammation. Like travel guard is, how we talk about vagal tone. It's a vagal tone for the mucous membranes. Like it helps the mucous membranes heal. And so, like if you happen to have that one, that's a super good one to have as you travel.
I have the thieves that you had made
Yeah,
for
the herbal
biotonic.
thieves with
Yeah,
immune support. Just rub some on your chest and your abdomen. Yeah,
great. Thank you. Thanks a
yeah, you're
great.
so
It'll be a
welcome.
great one.
And that's the original thieves. That's the one that they actually used way back in the day.
Oh,
You know,
good.
the essential oil is immune support, but the herbal concoction is like, those thieves that got caught, they had this whole formula, and it's still listed in that little town that they got caught in. And so many people use the thieves story these days that it's not what the original thing was. But that is the original formula. I went back and found that formula, and yeah, we recreated it with herbs. Because a lot of them
Thank
aren't in essential oils. A lot of the original thieves thing is not oils.
Oh, wow. So you
Mhm.
kind of upgraded it?
Well, we upgraded it by adding immune support. Like
Okay.
the blend of the herbs is already very good antiviral, antibacterial, but we added the immune support, which is a really super strong antiviral. And so that combination, it's like super antiviral for, cold and flu season. Because also the issue is that, that formula was so many years ago, like, long, long time ago. And viruses have mutated a bunch since then. And so,
Mm.
that's the thing with the viruses. You gotta keep stepping up your game, you know. You just can't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
We're learning that for sure
Yeah,
from you.
yeah, no
I'm
joke.
looking forward to the mashup class too
Oh
that's
yeah,
coming
that's
up.
going to be fun. We're so
Yeah.
looking forward to that. I think it's one of the ones you've been the most excited about in
I
a
know
while.
when we put that together, I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is gonna be
Yeah.
just, yeah, so good.
Yeah, it'll be a nice free weekend. Like, all the classes were free to begin with, and then, yeah.
And then just for you guys who are curious, it's in the link to the product for the Herbal Thieves Immune Support body tonic, and just on the blog, but the original recipe I just posted in the chat. So
Mhm.
if you guys are curious of what that
Yeah.
was. And that's what's in our thing. Thanks, Robert. He posted the actual link to the
Mhm.
blog. I think somebody else posted chat or question unless I missed. I think Robert's just so fast at posting things. I think we're ready for practice.
So we're going to do this first piece, the hypervigilant response. So hypervigilant, hyperreactive. Basically, it's a way of saying a stressed out immune system. And in the extreme, it starts to become an autoimmune response, where the immune system starts attacking the body. And the way that I was talking about over the weekend is, think about how you feel when you have too much on your plate. People are asking too many things of you. You're not getting enough rest. You're like, I don't have enough time to get everything done. And think about how you feel, how you respond, how you react to situations. That's what it's like for your immune system when it's hypervigilant and hyperreactive. It's almost like it's got PTSD and is like a little twitchy sitting in the corner going, did you hear that noise? What was that? I think there's something outside. Like, it's just tweaking a little bit. And, that's the thing with the immune system is it has a memory. So like once it kind of starts to go down that road, you really have a hard time calming it down afterwards. You don't just go, okay, I'll just get a good night's sleep and it'll be better. It just kind of keeps going down that road. So we have to go through and re-educate the immune system. So this first piece is about reducing hypervigilance, hyperreactivity. So there's the blend, hypervigilant immune response, but there's also anise, arnica, cistus, and fir balsam. Cistus and fir balsam are, like, if I was to spotlight some of the single oils, those would be it. Lemongrass, marjoram, melissa, neroli, osmanthus, schizandra, and tarragon. Right. So what you're going to do is we're going to practice body awareness, but we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to start inhaling whatever oil you're going to work with. Inhale it for a little bit and then begin to explore the body. Where do you feel it in the body at that point? So you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Already happening, yeah. Samantha's already yawned probably 10 times. You're just practicing body awareness. Move your awareness to the brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the brain. How you doing? Making you feel. Your awareness is on the spine. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the spine. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the spine. Your awareness is on the brain and spine, both at the same time. The brain and soles of your feet. You're just pausing and letting go. Now, we're going to jump to the very last segment, which is associated with reducing viral loads. This particular viral load is associated with shingles, right? And so if you have the VZV viral load with the kit for purchase, you're going to pull that out. If not, basil, camphor, dark tansy, Douglas fir, melissa, neoli, or ravensara. So the idea of reducing viral loads, it's actually has to be evaluated from person to person because it depends on the nature of your body and your immune system and what needs to be addressed, as well as reducing a specific viral load. But I would say, even if we factor in all our old traumatic events, the biggest stresses on the body are viral. Even when you go, oh, that situation, that was so upsetting, that was so uh so stressful, so traumatic. um it doesn't really hold a light of how the viruses manipulate your physiology so that they can thrive. It's not that you just got infected. Viruses start flipping switches in your body to make it so that your body can be a good host to what it is, and they can have, whatever long life that they have. So here we're beginning to reduce the viral load specific to chickenpox. I have like 15 or 18 viruses that we can potentially treat. Most people are going to have anywhere from like 4 or 5 to maybe 6 or 7. Some of them are very common and some of them are relatively rare. And so here, this one's super common. So we're just going to kind of start playing with this idea. Again, you're practicing body awareness, you're inhaling the oil, and then you're starting to feel it in the body, the different areas of your body. You're practicing awareness with your body. Your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. your spine. Your awareness is on your spine. Your brain and spine, both at the same time. You're just pausing and being still. Just being still. Let's go back to that very first segment. So the hypervigilant immune response, the Anise arnica cistus for balsam, lemongrass, marjoram, melissa, neroli, osmanthus, schizandra, tarragon. whatever you were using, you're pulling it out again, begin inhaling, and then body awareness. You're practicing body awareness. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. Your awareness is on the spine. The brain and spine both at the same time. The brain and soles of your feet. And then just pause and be still. Okay, so we did hypervigilant and we did the virus. Let's mix in a little exaggerated immune response, which is number 2, allergic inflammatory response. So if you have the kit for purchase, allergen inflammatory storm, otherwise C. odorum, dark blue tansy, goldenrod, Greenland moss, helichrysum, myrrh, neoli, or palo santo. Find out which one you have and that you're going to use. Bottom of your tailbone. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is the backside of the navel, the Ming Men. The low back area, backside of the navel. It does look like sinus. Your awareness is on your arms. Your arms from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. The legs from the hips all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. The navel. Your awareness is on the navel. Front solar plexus, that area below your ribs on the upper abdomen. The back solar plexus, the mid back area below your shoulder blades. The lungs, the liver, right hand side of the body below the ribs. And now gallbladder, so your midline, 2 inches to your right, below the ribs. Your midline, 2 inches to your right, below the ribs. The kidneys, your awareness is on the kidneys. The spleen on the left hand side below the ribs. The back heart, the area between the shoulder blades. The area between your eyebrows. And the back head. Just let go. I hope you had a good, relaxing, soothing session. This thing that we did tonight will very much help strengthen your immune system, but it's not a one-time shot. It's something you need to keep doing over and over again. So it calms down the stress and the agitation in the immune system while building the immune system. Different than just stimulating the immune system. So we'll be talking about this more as always. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Take care.